All right, so here we go. The stage is set. We're getting ready for the women's compound gold medal match, the Indoor Archery World Cup final. The bronze already decided. It was won by Linda Ochoa Anderson, whose husband Steve will be shooting
the gold medal
for
match
gold a little bit later on. This is Tanja Jensen, who will be competing here today, 21 years old.
And she has shot on fire all weekend so far. She shot a clean 600, shot 27X the first day, and it's just been on fire. So.
Absolutely on fire. And Andrea Marcos from Spain, shooting for Hoyt, will be the competitor, 28 years old.
She kind of broke on the scene a couple years ago, won a World Cup in Turkey. She's, you know, experienced with this.
Yeah.
This isn't her first time, but both of them are.
Yeah, she made her debut in 2013, so you have the 28-year-old Spaniard going against 21 years old, Tanja Jensen from Denmark. Here we go.
Like I said, Tanja's been on fire. She shot some great scores today. 148, 146. You know, she's shot really good.
Tanja's going to lead us off. Tanja shooting for Matthews is going to start us off with a 9. She's had 17 match wins. She has about a 61% match win average. And she's also been in a one tiebreaker situation as Tanja Jensen.
And won it 100%.
And won it 100%. So 9s to start us off. Yeah, in the middle. Little smile there. She was absolutely drilling them. When we got to the Sweet 16, in the room, she was nailing it. Marcos answers. Andrea Marcos, 24-inch strong, 51-pound bow. Andrea Marcos has been on stage. She's had 22 match wins in her career, 63%. She's also won 60% of her tiebreakers, winning 3.
Which shows she has experience.
Yeah.
I care what you say.
Yeah, no, she has. She made her international debut back in 2013.
Yeah.
Started archery in 2008. So a lot of experience with these archers. So Tanja Jensen, who you're looking at right there, she came in as the #1 seed.
Yep. Marcos coming in as the 11th.
Yeah.
She's rolled through some
heavy hitters.
Yep. Linda knocked out Sarah, who was the #2 one.
Yep.
And then you've got Toglioni, who was another tough one that Linda knocked out. So Linda kind of rolled over the big ones and ran into Andrea, and Andrea got hurt. So that's the fun part about match play. It can go any way. You never know, and it just kind of always falls out. I mean, it's just like our NCAA basketball tournament. There's a reason why people do pools, because you don't know until you fire the arrows who's going to be standing here at the end.
And shifting gears, of course, from recurve to compound archery, there's no more set scoring. This is cumulative scoring.
Yep, total. So every arrow is going to count. I mean, a 9 is a 9 is a...
Yeah.
Yeah, you just, you know, it's not as bad here as it is when we're shooting Vegas. A 9 hurts you a little more there because there's going to probably be 12 to 16 guys shoot 900s come tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, you know, so that 9 really kills you because you're not even going to finish in the top 16. But here, a person can come back from a 9 because the 10 is so much smaller. It's the size of a penny. It's not a gimme. It's a tough one.
If you're a hunter who hunts with a compound bow, a little bit different with these open compounds. A lot of archers choosing a bladed rest. So a nice thin blade of the arrow sits on top of it. Magnification in the lenses that can vary, Rio.
Yeah, and people choose the different variations so that they don't see the movement.
What power lens do you use?
I run
4 power as well.
I don't like to see a lot of movement. It's just a nice, easy thing. But man, these girls have put it on display.
10, so Andrea Marcos, a little low on that one.
Tanja, she's shooting good.
Really got the nerve shaken off there after that second arrow.
Nice.
That was a little longer hold. She's still good.
Sometimes we've seen archers on longer holds just drop them out the bottom.
Yep.
That was a good solid shot. what we call a strong shot in archery. And Andrea Marcos answered her 9 with a 10.
I think she's a little surprised. She came back and looked in on her face. Like, ooh.
Wow.
We watched Tanja a couple weeks ago in France. She put on an exhibition, and it looks like she's going that same way right now. And I saw where she tied the world record and set a new national record in qualification for this round. So she's been working hard and shooting some amazing scores. So, and then like I said, the last 2 days for the Vegas shoot, she has shot phenomenal.
So a nice solid 30. And in comparison, by the way, to recurve targets that we saw, the compound targets have their own special target in terms of the 10 ring goes from 4 centimeters down to 2, which is the size of a penny.
Yep.
So you're shooting at 18 meters, and the 10s that these women are throwing those arrows into right now is the size of a penny. Imagine that.
Oh yeah. And think of it, for all the money and all the prestige, and I mean, and all these thousands of people back here watching, it's pretty hard to do it anyway, little less put yourself in that situation.
Tanja, no stranger to winning gold in World Championship, World Cup finals. She's won team, she's won individual golds as well as silver, but you know what, if you look at her gold, she has 5 gold medals and only 1 silver. She's accustomed, is Tanja, to winning on this stage. Her arrow average, it's a great way to judge yourself against other archers when you're practicing or in matches. Tanja Jensen's average right now, 9.6 in the last 2-year period. Spaniard, Andrea Marcos lines up and a solid 10.
It's a little pressure on her. She's down 2 points. You hope that she gives you a little help, but that's the hard part. She's so good right now.
Yeah, she's going to catch that line up the right. Yeah, it's going to be 9 asterisks. If you're just joining us, first time looking at our scoring, that asterisk indicates that the judges are going to have to take a look at that to determine if it's a 9 or a 10.
She knew when she shot it. She shook her head. You know, I mean, there's some shots that you just make and you're like, dang it. Should have never let that one go.
Ooh, so Jensen.
Yeah, and you heard Martin back there starting to count. I really haven't heard that yet from
Martin Damsbo, of course, in the coach's box right there.
Yeah.
Letting Tanja know what's going on. Marcos, she had an opportunity there. Could not capitalize on that one.
And Martin has helped build the Danish bunch. They shoot a lot together. So we could be a 1-point match right here, depending on that arrow call.
And this educated crowd, you heard groans from the crowd when Tanja just threw that 9. Little sip of water, try to take some deep breaths, calm the nerves. Martin Damsbo, of course, one of the great ambassadors of the sport and a great shooter in his own right, known as one of the nicest guys in the sport. Building that program. And by the way, folks, after this match, we have an All-American Fair coming at you for the final gold medal match for the Indoor Archery World Cup Finals. After this one, as we are deep into this match, you can see that little grimace on Andrea Marcos' face.
And anyone that shot knows, you're knowing, you're like, oh man, that one should have never, I should have never. You know, I had a guy one time tell me, the best shot is the one that I let up.
Yeah.
Because it's the one you were disciplined enough to know, hey, it's not going to be good.
Now you can see, working on Andrea Marcos' target right there. What does that look like to you?
The guy fixing it?
Yeah.
That would be Lindo Ochoa's brother.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now what was he doing to that target?
He was trying to clean up the bad holes so you don't see him and go to him and break to him.
That's a good little tip, you know. A lot of archers will go to a range and maybe shoot a target that's already been shot out. If you can afford to shoot a new target, it's always good, because every time you start a match, you're going to be looking at a clean target, and you've got to train your brain to practice in that way. Agreed?
Or a lot of times there's tournaments, they put up new target faces for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in France a couple weeks ago, and I ended up with 7 new faces just during qualification.
Wow.
So you've got to have the availability to be used to that, not afraid of it.
Andrea Marcos now down by a point. Actually, she's really killing that top target. I mean, that happens sometimes when you're an archer, doesn't it? You just get like, you just have that one target that you just keep hitting.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. She knows Tanja Jensen, the pressure's on. Andrea Marcos could be in the driver's seat if she can continue to put pressure on Tanja Jensen. hard to tell with that extra hole, so we're going to have to wait and see on that one. That one's an awful close one. Here goes Tanja Jensen. From Denmark. Looks rock solid. That one's an in. Yeah, that's in.
So she needs this one to be sure.
Okay, little door open there. Just outside that.
She knows it. She comes back grinning. She knows what she did. She's like, dang.
That penny-sized ring. The 10. That'll do it. That's a great shot right there. So it looks like 30. Jensen, depending on the score, Andrea Marcos is going to get with that 9-10 liner.
Well, and here's the thing. If she doesn't get that one and has a 3-point lead going to the last one,
yeah.
I mean, it's tough to say that it's over, but it's hard to give 3 points up. I mean, that's 3 of those big gold mines. And the open that she hits all 3 of her hands. I mean, it puts you on a little cruise control.
And it's archery. Anything can happen. I mean, we've seen on big stages, gold medal matches, releases fail, or people knock up an arrow the wrong way,
or even at the World Cup Finals, I've seen it here before indoors, where the coach forgets to count and the girl loses the arrow.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
So that's not anything.
A good look at the shooting style here, compound shooter. There's Martin Danzo.
That's how to be strong.
Strong shots. Yep. Part of the archery conversation. Yep. Weak shot versus a strong shot. See the release that Tanja uses. Is that a back tension or a thumb release?
It's a thumb release. A lot of in the archery industry call it a button because you push it to make it go off. It works really good. It's an awesome thing. Most of the people you've seen in bands, a lot of the other stuff, or AKA an in, which kind of hinges on a half to go off. So both of these, I'm not sure what they're both. They have.
Tanja's the button. Andrea will take a look at here. She now is trailing by 3 points as we go to the final end.
And she's got a button.
She has a button as well.
She starts off good.
Yeah, that's her.
That's all you can ask. You can only hope for in this situation. Like, man, I wish that something would happen. But, and I will tell you, as much as you wish something would happen, you really don't wish it would happen. Yeah. Because, I mean, archers are pretty good sportsmen. I will say that in the most honest way.
Yeah.
I see cheer really bad against the other. In fact, I would say most archers love to watch a good one shoot. When the guy's on fire, man, it's awesome. Or the gal, it's just awesome. That's why I like to say, Tanja shot amazing all week so far. I mean, I watch it, I check it. I mean,
little smile from Tanja. She knows after drilling that 10, that this match could be out of reach. And Andrea Marcos now with the 9.
She only needs a 7 to win.
7.
You've been shooting as many 10s as she has, as nervous as you can get.
Yep.
The best part of yourself is you say to yourself, I want a 10 because I want to be strong. But get him to 9.
And a 9 will do it for Tanja Jensen, so she will take home the gold medal here at the Indoor Archery World Cup Finals. It's the Vegas Shoot 2017. Bow held high in the air. Look at the smile on her face. So we see our #1 qualifier. Our first of our #1 qualifiers make it to the gold.
Yep.
Tanja Jensen from Denmark. Andrea Marcos. And of course, the bronze medal, shot a little earlier, goes to Linda Ochoa Anderson.
And like I said, the sportsmanship. They're both going to go out there and stand and pose for pictures.
Yep.
No hurt feelings, no nothing. It's awesome.
And by the way, their weekend is not over because there's still a whole lot of shooting to do tomorrow.
Yeah,
here in Las Vegas.
And as much as we say this is great,
yeah,
the money tomorrow and everything else in the prestige, to me, the Vegas Shoot is the Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
It is you put that on your resume, that's a pretty big thing. And after 50 years, it's pretty cool to see how many people have that title.
Keep in mind, too, that there is a bit of an equipment change. In the NFAA rules, you're allowed to run 27 arrows versus a 23 arrow. Explain that.